It's hard to believe we're just a few weeks away from 2025. We've got the countdown here up on your screen. 17 days, 15 hours left. You still got some reading time you can get in. It's just that time of year. We see so many top 10 lists, the most popular movies, songs, and hey, even food deliveries, as we just mentioned. Now, of course, we're taking on library books. So joining us this morning is Lee from the Phoenix Public Library. We love the library. We love having you guys in.
Yeah, I love the library too. I'm in the right job.
Yeah, the lists, these lists just fascinate me. So we're going to first kind of talk about the most popular ebooks for adults. We have some graphics we're going to show of those. And the number one was a book called Remarkably Bright Creatures, which this book came out years ago, and it still is so popular.
Sometimes, you know, we see that a book has quite a sustainment and is on our most checked out list for several years.
And how popular are ebooks right now versus the physical copies of books?
You know, they're kind of equally popular for different reasons, but the ebooks, what's so nice, and for a long time I was not an ebook reader. I was more of a traditional, I like to hold and touch and smell. But there's so much convenience with ebooks, and one nice factor to know about Phoenix Public Library and our ebook offerings is we often have long hold lists, but we are regularly adding to our collection to make those hold lists shorter. And you can always take a chance and we have a special feature called, like a skip the line or it's your lucky day. So get on those hold lists, even if they're long. You just never know. Yeah. You might get a nice, lovely surprise and get that top book faster than you thought.
That's happened to me before. I can attest, and it's always a lovely little surprise email to
Yes, I watch mine. I'm like, ooh, I got it. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, ooh, I'm gonna get to good reading tonight. Yeah.
So let's talk about the top physical books for adults. We have that list as well, and the number one for this one was The Women. Not really surprising to me.
No, Kristen Hanna is incredibly popular, and this book was, people were waiting with breathless anticipation for this book, and so as soon as it was released, it's been on in one of our top lists for its entire short life. But I was very pleased when I went to make sure that I could find books to come talk with you this morning. I was like, well, we have it on the shelf. Yeah. So always take a chance. We offer lots and lots of reading advisories or best reading lists on phoenixpubliclibrary.org. So things that you would expect to see there. Recent releases and New York Times bestsellers, but we also regularly go out amongst our library staff and ask them, what's the best book you've read this year? So it might be something that's been out for a while, and I love perusing that. You find all kinds of little great jewels. Yeah.
Demon Copperhead was on one of those lists.
Yes, and then
the Heaven and Earth Grocery Store, that came out I think a couple years ago too, and that one's still
this
really
one
popular.
is the Heaven and Earth Grocery Store is more recent. I've read this. I've read all of these books. That one I will have to say as a reader, it really stuck with me. Like the characters in it are real full, and even after I finished the book and knew how their story concluded, I still thought about them for days and almost weeks on end, thinking, oh, that's right. Yeah. So to me, that's kind of the magic of reading. Yeah. And every reader has their book, and every book has their reader.
That's my favorite part. When you read a book and you're like, and the characters stick with you and you're thinking about it.
Yeah,
it's really
you're still
so
thinking,
special.
Or even like, what would they be doing now? Yeah. Or what are they doing now? Yeah. Like they're real people, and that to me, that's one of the many magical elements of reading and connecting with books.
I love that. I'm right there with you on that.
Yeah,
so we obviously know when you think of the library, you think of books, but there's so many other things you guys offer. So let's talk about the culture passes. This is something everyone's kind of surprised about hearing. So culture passes are literally passes to local sort of exhibits, museums, and we have a list of the top culture passes, and this isn't a surprise to me. Number one was the Desert Botanical Garden with over 6,000 checkouts.
Very popular destination, and Culture Pass is an offering that all libraries across the valley, not just Phoenix Public Library, I'm obviously particularly fond of us, but it's a partnership with Act One, which is an organization that makes sure that members across our community that might not have the means or the opportunity to visit art and cultural institutions can. So when you come to the library with your library card, you can check out 2 free admissions to a number of art and cultural institutions across the state of Arizona. And yes, Desert Botanical Garden is a very popular destination, especially right now. The weather's great. People have visitors in from out of town. It may not, you know, the Culture Pass may not get a whole family in for free, but it certainly brings that cost down. So check our website. We have a Culture Pass page. You can go and see which Culture Passes are in and available for checkout at any one of our 17 locations.
Cool.
Take your card down. We give, you know, we exchange, give you the receipt, and then you use that at the admission entry for whichever organization you've selected.
We have about 30 seconds.
Okay.
I just really quickly want to talk about the seed library, because this is another thing. People are like, oh my gosh, I can get seeds from the library.
Absolutely.
And cilantro is at the top of the list. Over 3,300 people checking out packets of cilantro.
Cilantro to grow, well, it kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah.
We live in an area where a lot of us that are cooks, or, you know, whether we're, you know, close to being professional or not, cilantro is easy. You use it on a lot of different things. And our seed library is, you start with us. That's, you know, anything that you're kind of thinking about wanting to just pick up a habit or learn about, start with us. Visit our website, Seed Library. You can check out a number of seeds, each, you know, offering or a handful of seeds that you can then grow and, you know, learn how to have like an urban or you know, a backyard garden. Also check our calendar, because we have a lot of programs and expertise offerings to give the experience or the education to go along with that, with whatever your seed selections are.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, all prepaid or free.
Yeah.
Everybody, you know, everything at the library is free.
We love it. We started with books and ended with seeds. So there, the more you know, Lee.
That's right. That's right. You never know. Like, you gotta have a great journey at the library, so start with us.
Yeah, we love it, Lee. Thank
Come
you
visit
so
us.
much.